Hello and welcome to Max Reality on YouTube. If you've never seen me before, my name's Morgan and I love talking all things reality TV. Today we're going to be recapping Shark Tank, Season 14, Episode 6. Let's go!
If either one of us don't do this deal, our lives are not going to change. We're still going to be rich.
Justin walked into the tank looking for $300,000 for 4% of his dress collar golf shirt business.
4%?
Did you say 4%?
Your ears do not deceive you, that was 4%, aka a $7.5 million valuation. So this is the product. Pretty much Justin's super into that sweater collar shirt look, but he couldn't find a comfortable shirt that also had a stiff enough collar that would stay crisp and nice looking through the day, so he came up with Collars & Co. So the shirt has more of like a golf polo stretchy feel, but then has the collar of a dress shirt. And while 4% is a ridiculous way to walk into the tank, he does kind of have some numbers to back it up. He sold 92,000 shirts last year for $5.4 million.
There's two things I hate. I hate with all my heart this look. I've always hated that Midtown look, and it's just not my style. I really hate that look. Another thing is I hate offers at 4% for $300,000. I'm out.
So Damon goes out, and Lori also ends up going out, but there's still some sharks swimming around, and he ends up getting the same offer from two different sharks. Both Kevin and Peter Jones, our guest shark of the episode, offer him $300,000 for 10% of his business.
No way. No way.
This man is not having it though, and like the Gia girl, the sharks start wondering, why are you even here?
Everything they say to you is like, what the hell? So what are you doing?
He says he needs some money for inventory marketing and also mentorship.
I'll mentor you. Take the 10% offer.
So Mark decides he'll jump in to sweeten Peter's deal and says he'll add a $700,000 line of credit. So two sharks for $300,000 for 10% with that line of credit.
No.
But this man will not accept the 10% thing. He is stuck on that and is not willing to make any negotiation at all.
You're gonna go from 4 to what, 5?
Kevin's done listening to it at this point and he says, fine, if 10%'s too much, then I'm out. Peter also gets sick of hearing it and he goes out too. And then, the thing that killed me, made me the most annoyed, was Mark gave this man a second chance after everyone went out. He says, I'll give you one more chance to take $300,000 for 10% with the line of credit. And he takes it and gets the deal.
I knew there was a reason I didn't like guys that wore this shirt.
This is the first time in a while that I'm annoyed that somebody actually got a deal. I don't care if he has the numbers to back it up. I hate when people come in with that really small percentage and they're not willing to negotiate and they just think they're hot shit. But whatever, I'm sure he'll continue to do well. He made a comment about how one day he hopes to be in the shark chairs. I will not want to watch that episode if he's a guest shark, but more power to him. Just keep making shirts and please don't come back on my screen. Tell me what y'all think in the comments and I'll see you in the next episode.
Threaded, it's got a pressure release valve on this side. So before you do any disassembly, you pull the pressure.
So right here?
Yeah, but you want to turn the valve off to the left.
Right.
You sure you want to be doing that?
Dude, David, where are you going? These are my hands.
You know,
Blow your head off. Turn this thing. Pull this out.
Pressurized thing on
Do
there.
this.
Yep. I was trying to help you.
No, you said it on same time.
Tim walked into the tank looking for $300,000 for 10% of his portable square keg business. So this is it. You can either put beer in it or mixed drinks, and it uses either nitrogen or CO2 to keep it fresh, depending on what the drink is. It holds 128 ounces, which is 2 growlers worth of beer, or about 8 pints. It's gonna run you $259. It costs him $130 to make, and they make it in Washington, and he has all his own manufacturing facilities. And while this one can only do beer or mixed drinks, he does have a product for wine in the works, which Kevin is very interested in.
Wait, we need to do a toast to the Chevrolet Test.
So you may be wondering, what made him come up with this idea?
I woke up in the middle of the night, and for some crazy reason, I was thinking about the inefficiencies of round kegs.
I just loved that clip and I had to put it in. Their lifetime sales are $1.4 million. However, they did lose $250,000 last year, but this year they're on track to net 15%, and this month is supposed to be their first profitable at $200,000. Damon doesn't see the value in it, so he goes out. Mark and Peter see the value, but they don't see how they can help to grow the business, so they go out. And Lori's upset that he didn't already bring in his wine version of this, so she goes out. Kevin doesn't care that he doesn't have the wine thing yet because that is what Kevin is interested in. He asks him about how long it's gonna be, and he says in the next couple months, which Lori is like, why didn't you tell me that? It's like, you didn't ask. You just said you wished you already had it. Because in case you didn't know, Kevin is a huge wine guy. That little toast they always do is because of a secret wine club that Kevin is in. So he's very interested in this, and it's really hard to preserve a bottle of wine after you open it. So if he can fix that, that's pretty excellent.
Well, that is a cool idea.
Kevin offers him $300,000 for 20%. Tim counters, which I always think you should at least try a little counter once, for 15%, and they end up making a deal. So I really like this product. I think it's really cool. I would love to have one, especially I'm with Kevin and Lori though. I want the wine one. I think that is so cool. Like I maybe would use this for beer or a mixed drink, but the wine one, I am patiently waiting. I am patiently waiting, and I will try one out for you if you need someone to be a tester. Just let me know. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.
Bananas to the moon, baby!
Sean walked into the tank looking for $150,000 for 10% of his banana preservation product. So what it is this little silicone cap that you put on top of the bananas, and it traps the ethanol gas that ripens bananas to help keep the bananas yellow for longer. Then there's a little magnet on top so you can put any of the fun little decorative hats on top. He was personally looking for a way to keep bananas yellow for longer, and all he could find was the DIY hacks with aluminum foil or plastic, and all that adds to the single-use plastic problem in the world, so he came up with Nana hats. They cost him $195 to make, and he sells them in 2 packs for $12.99. Now, what do you think this man's background is? What do you think his job is? Just take a second to guess in your mind. I don't think you'll get it right, but just try.
What's your job? What you must? I work as a wealth manager for one of the country's largest investment banks.
Literally never would have guessed it. That made me laugh so hard, so I had to keep that clip in. So the sharks are laughing, they think it's silly until we get into the sales. Last year he did $483,000. This year it's gonna be $600,000, and he's gonna make $240,000 off of that. So bananas to the moon. Mark loves the product but doesn't think he's a fit, so he goes out. Damon thinks he doesn't need a partner and can do this all on his own, so he goes out as well. But Peter Jones decides he'll make him an offer. Peter's not making it easy though, and says he's only gonna give him half the money and that he needs to convince another shark to come in to complete the deal. And luckily, Lori's interested.
You know, Peter's from the UK. I'm USA. I go in with you, and then I think that we would be covering 2 continents, right?
Globally bananas.
So they end up offering him $150,000 for 30% of the business, which slashes his valuation from $1.5 million to $500,000. So that's a big jump. But Mr. Wonderful's still swimming around, and Mark smells a royalty.
You haven't heard from the fruit fly yet.
Yeah, no. I would do this deal for 10%. However, because Mark brought it up, I wasn't even thinking royalties.
Yes, you were.
Kevin ends up offering $150,000 for 10% with a $1 royalty. Or he says Peter can throw Lori under the bus and they can get together.
No, she slipped on a banana peel. No problem.
Peter is a man of honor though and would never throw Lori under the bus, so Sean counters them 15% for $150,000. They say, what about 20%? And they end up making a deal. I am a sucker for silly little products like this, and he has great numbers, so I love this. I want to get one and test it out to see if it really keeps them longer, but either way, love the idea, think it's cute, so glad he got a deal, and let me know what y'all think in the comments, and see you in the next one.
Okay, Lori, walk over here.
Yeah. You are evil and nasty.
It's amazing. Now,
You
one
like
more
that?
rosé? Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much.
I like the apple.
Do you
Apple
like
good.
that?
Oh, yeah.
Apple good.
Yeah.
Husband and wife, Whitney and Chaz from Dallas, Texas,
What?
walked into the tank looking for $185,000 for 8% of their high alcohol fruit and cocktail wine business.
The Wondry.
Wondry.
Into the Dragon Testimony.
So here's just a small sampling of some of the wines they have, but pretty much a lot of fruit wines are gonna be more in the 5 to 7% alcohol range, and these are at 13.9. So growing up, Whitney's uncle used to make his own wine, and that inspired her to teach herself how to make wine, and then she ended up going to one of the top collegiate programs for viticulture and enology. So yeah, Whitney's a badass, and in case you don't know what those words mean, that's totally fine. I didn't either, I had to look it up. Viticulture is the study of the cultivation of grapes, and enology is the study of wine. So again, she's a badass. They cost about $18.99, and it cost them about $361 to make. So they started the business in August of 2021, and in 11 months made $250,000 with a $60,000 profit. And they've personally invested $100,000 of their own money into this business. They've even made deals with Total Wines and Targets in DFW, so if you're in that area, go try to check them out, or you can just order on their website like I plan to do. Damon and Peter Jones don't really see how they can help. It's not the right business for them, so they go out. Lori says she doesn't drink sweet things, so she goes out. Her excuses for going out are always just so funny to me. They're so random. Just say you don't want to do the business. It's fine though, but Mark is interested. He always loves the Dallas deals. So Mark starts asking them what they need the money for, and they talk about how they have all their own manufacturing facilities, and they need things like an automatic bottler and better equipment to speed along the process. But wait, we still haven't heard from Mr. Wonderful, the wine guy. So Mark says, Kevin, can you do anything with this?
If I'm going to invest a lot more time and resources into a wine business, it's going to be my own. I'm sorry, I'm out.
So Kevin's out, but that is completely fine because Mark is in. He offers them $200,000 for 15%. They counter with $250,000 for 15%. He says, what if we make it $225,000 for 15%? And they make a deal. So yeah, I love them and I love this. I've literally already been on the website picking out what I'm gonna try, and y'all know I will be back with a review as soon as I try it. I also forgot to mention they have like sipping creams and stuff. I highly recommend going to their website because literally this is such a small sampling of what they have. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.
Are the doors shut? Oh my goodness.
Let's go.
Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you see here, go ahead and give the video a like and give me a follow. And I'll see y'all in the next episode.